Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Jada Stuff video. Welcome back, my pips. So in this video, I am going to talk about who is the seven deadly son of the One Piece verse, and I'm not talking about that trash, that horrible, that piece of crap, one of the worst animation in anime history, seven deadly sin. No, I'm not talking about that trash. I am talking about the gold, the diamond, the real deadly sin. So I'm going to compare the seven deadly sin to one or maybe two of a One Piece character. So guys, please like the video and please but if you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, maybe just give you a small example. So the seventh edition Pride. So Visita is definitely Pride. So there is an example of what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take a One Piece character and I'm just going to match them with one of the deadly sin. One of the first sin that I'm going to talk about is the sin of sloth. So which One Piece character match that description of sloth? And sloth is being extremely lazy. That's a sin, laziness. So who's in the One Piece universe have sloth as a sin in them as a use character, personality and could match the sloth very well. And I got a very good name. I got two names. The first one is Miok. The dragon Miok, you can definitely put Miok as slowness, sloth. Because look at Miok. Miok, you would rather just stay on his own island and let him do nothing. And only thing he do, he would sail around and only look for strong swordsmen to fight. And look what Miok had done at Marineford when Miok was supposed to fight Whitebeard, Marco, and all of those guys. Miok decided, okay, make me throw one powerful slash, then make me sell, make me do absolutely nothing. Which Miok had done because at the Marineford, you think Miok being one of the strongest characters there, you think Miok would go crazy. Nope, he didn't. Miok just still and he just didn't care at all what was going on. Like, let's see, Miok was just there to just show the Marines he's there and that they don't take away his title as a warlord. And so Miok was, entrance in, facing Whitebeard, but slowly that entrance of finding Whitebeard just went away. And Miok is a very, very lazy guy. Like, Miok would rather just sit at his island and just do nothing. So Miok is one of the characters that I'm going to put down for slow. But there's another character that I think might be more lazy and have a better description of having the sin of loss, and that's Geki Mora.
I believe Gekimura got more feats of being more lazy than Mihawk because remember Gekimura was a powerful like pirate at one stage. Then when he faced Kaido, when Kaido destroyed his crew and Letty wiped the floor of Gekimura, his crew did die. And after that, Gekimura, you know what he done? He said, you know what? Make me build a crew of zombies that can't die, and which he done that and he to become a warlord. And the way Gekimura, after becoming a warlord, having a crew of zombies, what he done? He literally done nothing. Like the first time we see Gekimura, he was lying down and just eating. And look at his body. Like when he lost to when he was facing Kaido, Gekimura was in shape. And when after becoming a warlord, he become fat, lazy, and all of his crew is built of zombies, which that can show Gekimura is extremely lazy because if you have like a normal crew, the crew have their own problems in the crew. The crew have their own personality to deal with, but when they are zombies, they got none of that. So it'll be more easier for Gekimura to grow his crew, and that's the fastest way to grow like his crew is just kidnap dead people and turn them into a zombie to work for you and not burn the connection of a fellow crew. So Gekimura is extremely lazy. Now you guys can decide which one between Mihawk and Gekimura is more lazy, but in my eyes I see Gekimura more lazy as the goat Mihawk. So Gekimora would definitely go down in my list of having the sin of lust. Sorry, the sin of sloth. And the next sin that we are going to talk about is the sin of envy. So once again, I got two characters in mind which I believe is most likely, and the two One Piece character that me personally would describe envy the most and have the most envy in the One Piece universe, and that's being Usopp. So the reason why I say Usopp might, consider for me being envy is that Usopp is a very jealous person if you think about it, because he's envy to have his own crew. The first time we meet Usopp is when Usopp to say he have 1,000 men on his side, and we can see like Usopp is very envy and he want to become a great pirate. He's very envy of different pirates being a good pirate, like Luffy. He's very envy of where Luffy's at, because Usopp want to have his own crew. At the start of, the first time we meet Usopp, he want to have his own crew. He want to sail the sea. He want to do all of this amazing stuff. So he was envy of becoming a pirate, and plus, Luffy have most of the stuff that Usopp wanted. He wanted the ship. He wanted the going married to still be around. He wanted a lot of stuff in his way, and that personally described envy to me. Usopp in envy of how powerful Zoro is, how powerful Sanji is, how powerful Luffy is, how important Nami is to the crew, how important Robin is in, how Sop is important to the crew, how Frank is important to the crew. Like Usopp is envy that they are powerful and they are important to the crew. So that personally describes envy to me. And also how Usopp look up to the giants. You can also say he's envy of the giants, how powerful they are and how like a big they seem in life. With Usopp is envy of the giants in a way, but there's another character that actually might be more envy than Usopp, and that's been Buggy. And especially now we know for a fact that Buggy was jealous of Shanks being so strong as a kid, and Buggy, he's seen how powerful Shanks was, and he literally said to himself, I can't be more powerful than Shanks. That's impossible. Shanks is taking down grown men at his age. When Shanks was like 8 to 10 years old, part of Ross's crew. So Bug was envy of where Shanks is at, becoming a Yonko. With Buggy is jealous of where Shanks is, because Buggy wanted to be where Shanks is at the moment, being a Yonko, strong crew, heading to trying to become king of the pirate. Like even in that one chapter when we seen Crosscut for the first time, Buggy was crying and like being upset and kicking himself that Shanks did destroy his dream without even fighting Shanks. He was envy of how strong Shanks is, and he's so upset that Shanks can become king of the pirate anytime, but he chooses to not become king, while Buggy want to become king. Buggy's envy of where Shanks is, because Shanks can get the king of the pirate anytime. Which Buggy is jealous that Shanks can do that, but he can't do that. So that's why I'm saying Buggy could be more envy than Usopp because of Shanks. So that's what I'm going to say. Buggy is going to be the guy for envy in my opinion. So we have Gekimora as slowness, and we have Buggy as envy. That's the two characters so far that I'm going to go with the two different sins. Sins of envy is Buggy, and the sin of sloth is Gekimori. The next sin is the sin of lust, and we should all know whose One Piece character is going to have the title of the lust on this Deadly Seven Sin, and which One Piece character embody the lust most, and that have to be Boy Hancock, and she's the only person that I believe like represent the sin of lust the most. Let's look at everything. She's one of the most beautiful, sexy, finest One Piece female character in the verse, and letting her devil fruit alone represent the sin of lust the most. Having the fact that her devil fruit, if you lust over, you will turn straight into stone. Like that, literally, like if the seven deadly sin can have powers, like the lust would definitely have that power. If you lust over this person, you would be turned into stone. With that, this alone just represent it the most, and not even her therefore her personality also represent lust the most, because Bohancock, even though she does not lust over men very often, the only man she lusts over is Luffy. And gosh damn, Luffy, one lucky man. Like, listen to this. Boa lusts over Luffy the most, and the way she lusts after Luffy is extremely bad. So her personality have a lust, thing to it, and her death fruit alone having a lust to having a death fruit that literally represents lust, and her personality lusting over Luffy. And I believe Bohancock is the only character and the best character to actually represent lust. The other character that could represent lust have to be Sanji, but I think Bohancock is on a whole different level when it comes to the sin of lust. So Bohancock will be the queen of lust, will be the sin of lust. And the next sin is a sin of gluttony, which I've once again one character that can represent gluttony, the sin of gluttony the most, and that's obviously Blackbeard. And actually, I got two people. One man is being Blackbeard, and the reason why I say gluttony for Blackbeard is the fact that Blackbeard gluttony is like eating a lot, or over drinking, or in another term, over consuming a certain thing for you to become, oversized. Let's just say in that very nice tone, or in another word, fat mother trucker. Yeah. So gluttony, I give it to Blackbeard, because not only the size Blackbeard is a very fat, oversized human piece of trash. Not only that, but Blackbeard is very gluttony, and he did eat two devil fruit that could represent gluttony. And the fact that we know in two different will certainly cause you to die on the spot, because the two devils inside of you will fight to the death, and that would cause you to die. So in two devil fruit is a no. And the fact that Blackbeard ate two devil fruit in a very weird way, and he's not dead, say, pretty much to me he's glutton. And not only gluttony, because how I vision gluttony, so you overeat, you overdrink, or you consume a certain amount of a used stuff, and being extremely hungry to consume the stuff. With Blackbeard is very gluttony for power. He's very hungry to become powerful, and he would consume a lot of dead fruits to give to his crewmate to become more powerful. So Blackbeard, you could say, is gluttony for power, gluttony to have their fruit for his crew, gluttony to become stronger as a pirate. So that's why I say Blackbeard could actually represent gluttony the most. Another character that could represent gluttony the most is Big Mom, just because he's a very, very oversized woman, a very big mama indeed, Mr. Oda. So Big Mom is very a massive lady, and she does overconsume a lot of stuff. That's her character. That's her personality. She consume a lot of stuff, and if she get like a sugar pain, or like what you call it, like a craving from food, she would destroy a whole island just to get what she's craving. So that's why we could say Big Mom's also gluttonous. But in my opinion, I believe Blackbeard is a very hard, talk if who's more gluttony, Blackbeard or Big Mom. But Big Mom's only glutton for food, while Blackbeard, he is, quite a big man, so you could say he's glutton for food, and you could also say he's glutton for power. Same thing with Big Mom, but in my honest opinion, I believe Blackbeard is more gluttony than Big Mom, and Blackbeard will actually fit more better, in my opinion, than Big Mom. So Blackbeard will be Mr. Gluttony of the 7 deadly sin. Now the next sin of the 7 deadly sin is going to be greed. Now I got two characters in mind that could represent greed the most. One is being Nami, and the reason why I say Nami, because her character, personality, and the way Oda designed Nami's character as a whole is a very greedy person because she loved money, and the reason why she loved money is because she got her island, taken over by online, which the only way for her normally to get her island back is through paying a huge amount of debt, and give the money, the debt to online to have the island back, and which normally had that quite, took a lot of money, earn a lot of money from stealing to get the island back, but all on the stab normally at the back, and that's been fake. A fake the day, but we all understood took the money. And even though not Nami had done this at a very young age, see that ever since Alan took over the island, which Nami was probably 11 or 12 at the time, Nami was, stealing a lot of money, a lot of stuff from people, and it seemed like that, stealing and in love with money that, stick with Nami her whole life, because after the whole All stuff happened, she still have her greed with her. She still want a lot of money. She still want a lot of, cash. So you could make an argument that Nami could represent greed because of her money, because greed. Now, okay, Nami's, greed to me is not her, like, it is her personality, but we all know Oda, done it on purpose. Now, the real person that I believe that fully follow greed the most is Crocodile, and the reason why I say Crocodile is because literally Crocodile is literally a mob boss, like, character that he also really like money, and really like his whole, like, everything Crocodile do is to get power and money, while Nami, Nami would rather protect her friends than get the money, or rather protect her loved one or protect kids than, getting as much money as possible. Because Crocodile is like the opposite. Crocodile would rather get as much power or money than friends, and we see Crocodile try to literally took over a whole island of Elabov to get an engine weapon to get more power. Not only more power, to also get more money in a way. And when Crocodile got, free from Luffy, from him by down, it seemed like Crocodile not Power, am I saying that right? Crocodile that lent a lot of money to Buggy to use. And when, Crocodile went to go take the money back, Buggy didn't have, the money. And it seemed like Crocodile is the main person to create Crossguard, and the reason why Crocodile to create Crossguard is to get more money. And it seemed like it was Crocodile's idea to have a bounty on the Marines head to get money, or in another word, to give out money. So in my opinion, I believe Crocodile represent greed much more than Nami, and that's why I'm going to put Crocodile in greed for me. Now it's time for the Sin of Pride. One of my favorite as the sin of the seven deadly sin is pride. Now, who of the cases that I think might have the title of the Sin of Pride? One of them is Gob. Monkey D. Gob is a person that I think is a very prideful old man, and the reason why I believe Gob is a very prideful man, because when his own grandson is getting executed, Gob decided to not step in because he's so prideful of being a Marine, being a hero of the Marine. He decided to not get his hand dirty and to not pick a side when his grandson is about to die in front of Gob. He decided to not, make his hand dirty and not to take part of, the battle. And even Gob, as he end up with a decision of, should I help Whitebeard to free my grandson, or should I help the Marines to kill Ace? Which Gob did decide, and being a very prideful man, he had to pick his job over his grandson, and that's very prideful. Picking your own job is, and the fact that Gob is a very big man, very important man to the world government, and the Marines treat Gob as a hero, as a god in the Marines. So Gob, as he's choosing his own job over Ace, his grandson, takes a lot of how prideful he take of his job. And even Gob, being a very prideful man, went to a Yonko Island to fight and to rescue Kobe. Gob, being a prideful man, he went to a Yonko territory where a Yanko might be there, and you try to rescue um, Kobe, one of his student. So God take his students very with great pride. He take Kobe and the rest of the fallen students with pride, and his job is he also take his job very prideful, hoping that he can sense a word, and he's very prideful on his worldview, seeing that he can sense a word inside of the Marines. He can sense a world government being a part of the world government. That's very prideful. Another character that's very prideful is Duffy Flamingo, and every time Duffy appear, he's very prideful. And the fact that he's a celestial dragon, and he still see himself as a celestial dragon, and even though the celestial they turn it back on Duffy and his family, and cutting his part of the family out of the celestial dragon, and he still view himself as a celestial. Says a lot, and saying how prideful he take of being a celestial. Not even a celestial, he to become a warlord, a very prideful warlord. And even though he is not a celestial in other people's eyes, he still believe he's a celestial, and he took his born place, his birthmark, his birth present for example, he took over Dressrosa just because they treated him horrible, and he viewed Dressrosa to be his home, to be his birthmark, to be his birthright of because long ago in his family, his family that took over that island, then his family left and other people took over the island. So David viewed that island Dressrosa to be his birthright, and which David took that to himself. Another character that could be very prideful, and that's Anel. Anel literally view him as a god. Anel literally view himself as a god. Just listen to that. Anel view himself as a god, that if you even talk bad about him or like a god figure, Anel would strike you on the spot and kill you. And Anel got a god complex, so Anel is a very prideful son of a gun person. Viewing him as a god is a very prideful thing to do, and we know gods can be very prideful in their works. So Anel does have a very massive pride. But the person that viewed to have the son of pride the most in the One Piece verse has to be Garp. The fact that his son and his son determined back on the Marines, and the way Garp they react, hoping they would join the Marines because of how prideful he is with the Marines and how prideful he is with his son, and he even get upset when they choose to go against the government and go against Garp's dream, because Garp is trying to sense the word inside of the Marines. And Garp they went to a freaking Yanko Island. So Garp is very prideful, in my opinion, being the pride of the sun. Now the last sin to talk about is the sin of wrath. One of the characters that I was been thinking of who would be the most wrath and would be a character that would represent wrath the most. One of them is Kid, Useless the Kid. And yes, I know Useless the Kid is very useless, but Useless the Kid is very upset human being. Useless the Kid does get upset very often. Useless the Kid does get extremely upset. So that's why I put Kid in the wrath spot, because listen, if you disrespect Kid will kill you on the spot. We have seen that before, and we have seen how Kid literally almost kill almost everyone on an island once. So we know Kid does not hold any punches if Kid does view you as disrespecting him or disrespecting his dream of becoming king of the party. If you do, you are dead. So that's why I put Kid by wrath. Another character that I see having the wrath sin is Akainu. Akainu, let's look at everything that Akainu have done. Akainu have ruined a lot of people's life. Akainu have killed multiple people once before, and we know for a fact Akainu does not hold any punches. We have seen Akainu kill a bunch of people for no reason, just for having the fact that they used to live on an island once. He literally saw a whole ship with kids, with wife, with husband, just sailing on a boat, having nothing to do with none of the people that was learning the ancient history of the world, having nothing to do with it, but just because they used to live on the island, Akainu said, you know what, we can't risk it, let's destroy that boat, which Akainu did. And Akainu has has no patience for no pirates. Even if we see you, you are dead. If you're a pirate, you're dead. If you're a revolutionary, you're dead. If you're like a criminal, you're dead. Again, you would kill anybody that is not a normal people or is not working with, with the Marines. And even we know at the Marineford, if you are trying to leave the place, if you're trying to not do the proper marine stuff, Akini will kill you. We have seen that before at Marineford, so we know Akini don't hold any punches. Now there's other characters in the One Piece verse. There's two other characters that have the same thing. They are kind of the same, how they way the way they act, the way they be pirates. They are kind of the same. So that's why I'm going to talk about both of them at once, because they basically are act the same as a pirate. They basically have the same pirate code, and that's Luffy and Shanks. And the reason why I put Luffy and Shanks by Wrath, and the reason why I say that those two kind of act the same as a pirate and have the same pirate code, is that Luffy and Shanks don't care if you mess with them. They don't care about if you attack them or if you do anything bad to them. If you do anything bad to the crew, to their friends, or to their territory, then they're on demon timing. Like, Shanks will kill you if you mess with his crew or his territory. But if you mess with Shanks, it's cool. If you mess with Luffy, it's cool. But if you mess with Luffy's crew, you're dead. If you mess with a territory, you're dead off Luffy. So, because in every situation, in every arc, we have seen like the main villain mess with one of Luffy's friend, then Luffy have to go demon time and destroy them. Look at Crocodile, what he did done to Vivi. Look at Doflamingo, what he done to Dressrosa. Look to Law. Look at Kaido, what he done to Momonosuke. Luffy will go demon time on you, and the same thing of Shanks, and we know that Luffy to pick that up from Shanks. So that's why I will put both of them at Wrath, because if you mess with the crew, they will go crazy on you. They will go demon time and they will kill you. Because with Oda to say, Oda to say, when you mess with Rosa's crew, he go demon timing. And we know Shanks look up to Rosa, and Shanks pick up those kind of stuff, and Luffy look up to Shanks, and Luffy pick up those stuff. So that I'm saying those two are basically the same pirate. So that's why I'll put them at the Wrath spot. But the character that act and have them, and the character that represent Wrath the best, has to be Akainu. I'm sorry guys, Akainu just represent Wrath the best in my honest opinion. The way he just take anybody that mess with the Marines or is just a criminal in general, Akainu will kill you, and he almost attack Kobe for standing in his way. That's Wrath. So Akainu represent Wrath the most in my honest opinion. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the video for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the 7 Deadly Sin as a One Piece character. Guys, I hope you guys subscribe, like the video, and guys, please guys, thank you for all the support, guys. It's almost the end of the year, so guys, please subscribe, like the video, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Goodbye.